Hello there, good afternoon, happy Sunday crafternoon. I'm glad that you're here today. My name is Dawn Borchett, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who loves everything, paper, ink, stamps, embellishments, all the pretty and sparkly things. I'm going to make sure I am where I need to be, which looks like I am. That's perfect. As you go ahead and find me in your news feed, because we are on Facebook Live, I'm going to adjust a couple things here. Go ahead and say hello. Let me know where you're viewing from. I always like to see who I'm reaching. If you found us as a happy accident, I'm glad that you're here. If you enjoy my content and know of other crafty friends who would enjoy it as well, make sure to share my live, please. I always say the more the merrier. What is going on with my... Oh my gosh. I'm trying to slowly adjust things as I'm talking here because, yeah, that looks wacky. Okay, there we go. I don't know. Oh boy. Anyway, I'm glad that you guys are here. Thanks again for joining in. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different because I didn't get around to getting online during the week like I said I was going to do, because I wanted to show you some new products. Hey, Evelyn, happy Sunday crafternoon. It's good to see you here. So what we're going to do before we start stamping is I'm going to show you guys some new products, some of the things that I've been up to in the past week to get ready for the new products that are coming out on March the 4th for everybody in our online store, as far as online products, online exclusives, however you want to put it. Hey, Kristen, hello, and happy Sunday crafternoon. So after I'm done showing you guys some of those things, then we'll go ahead and we'll get into stamping. We'll see where we are on time and go from there, okay? Otherwise, if we don't get to all the cards, I have 4 that we could make today, but if we don't get to all 4, that's okay. You can always go to my blog and see the rest. But anyway, first things first. March host code. Happy March. Did you know that March is crafting month? So happy crafting month to all of you. This is the March host code. I think that this is the last month that I will be using a host code. If you have not heard, we're getting rid of host codes and we are going to start a brand new system with shopping and a rewards program for everybody, which is very exciting, where you can start to earn back product credit starting at a $20 order or more. And that's going to get into mid-April. But I want to give everybody a heads up. Let's put it that way. We're not going to get too much into it right now, but if you haven't already, if you've shot with me online already, you're already set to go. There's no need to worry about anything. The system will just start to keep track of your purchases, and you don't have anything that you got to do. If you've not ordered with me yet, make sure that, of course, before you do, you have to set up, just like anywhere else, like Amazon, Kohl's, wherever you go, you have to set up an account with your email and a password, right? That's simple. That's all you're going to have to do. It's really that simple. And honestly, it's actually even more simple to look for things online than it is to search our catalog. I can vouch for that. I've gotten to the point where I rely on my online store completely. It's so much easier. Hey, Marie, happy Sunday crafternoon. It's good to see you here. So I have some of my teammates here. I have Evelyn, I have Marie. I don't know if anybody else has joined, but hey, it's great to have you guys here. Thank you so much. Also, if you haven't already done so, and if you'd like to be a part of my newsletter, there are things that I do offer in my newsletter only as far as specials and things like that. So make sure to go ahead and sign up for my newsletter. Open up the phone. Oh, I do this every time. Open up the camera on your phone. Of course, you're going to have to open up your phone. You're going to have to unlock your phone. You're going to have to go to the camera on your phone and point the camera to the QR code. There it will automatically just read this. It'll show a little something, something. You'll tap on that with your finger, and it takes you right to where you need to go to do this. Really super easy. We like easy, right? Also, just a reminder of the other places that you can find me. Mainly, of course, is here, which is my business page. I also have a community on Facebook, so make sure to join that as well. My blog, which is dawnscreativechalet.com, where you can shop, browse, all the things at my blog. Also, all the projects that we do each week are always on my blog. YouTube, if you haven't done so, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and share that with everybody as well. Just go ahead and click the subscribe button, which is Dawn's Creative Chalet is my YouTube channel. And also make sure to hit the bell, and that way you'll get notifications on all the good stuff. I think someone else joined and oh, no, it was Marie. Okay. Also, let's see here. Pinterest, of course, I'm there as well. As far as some things that are coming up here at the chalet for in-person events, I have a couple of openings yet. I've had to move my class schedule a little bit for March. I got some things going on in March. I'm actually having a life in March and April, but that's further down the road, right? We don't want to think about that quite yet. But anyway, this is the March Creative Card class where we make 4 cards with envelopes. It's $30 are free with a minimum order. And I have a couple of openings yet, so make sure to let me know. But contact me ASAP. It is this Thursday, the 6th of March. Holy cow. Oh, time's flying by. And then also I have another opening, and you'll need to let me know by the 6th if you can, please. I have one more opening for our product-based class, which is a Storybook Memories class. It's so cute. Or Storybook Friends, I guess, whichever you want to call it. But they are adorable cards. You'll make the cards, you'll get the designer series paper, the embellishment, and the beautiful ribbon included in that class. So if you are local, you'd like to attend, make sure to let me know. See, I told you Starbucks is this coming Friday, March the 7th. Go ahead and bring a friend if you like. We'll be making a free craft. It's every first Friday of the month, unless of course it falls on a holiday, and then we shift it from there. Anyway, so I'll see you on March the 7th for that if you're local. So you already went through the product class. Then as we get into April, on Friday the 4th is when we'll have Starbucks again. So as you can see, it helps everybody to remember, right, when we have a consistent schedule. Hey, Colette! Hello, my friend. It's good to see you. I hope things are going well. I have sunshine today, by the way. I'm so happy. Reminding you guys about Paper Pumpkin, a couple things about March. So first of all, if you want the March kit, you'll need to sign up by the 10th of the month. That's like a given, 10th of the month. Also, if you are already a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, you're going to notice that you've received an email. So starting, I think this month, I should read these things, huh? I did get the email, by the way. I just didn't read it because I kind of knew what it was about, and I was like, oh yeah, okay. But anyway, right now, in order to tweak your subscriptions, you go to a separate website to do that, not my online store, which is paperpumpkin.com. Well, very soon, which I think is this month, the middle of the month, like the 11th of this month, we're changing Paper Pumpkin over to the online store. Everything is going to be found in one place. It's going to be so much easier. I'm so looking forward to this because it's a little confusing for some. But anyway, with that being said, if there's any tweaking that you need to do thereafter, it'll be going to my online store to do so for your Paper Pumpkin. Also for March, just an FYI, March is Paper Pumpkin's birthday. With that being said, you're going to get an extra stamp set along with the one that we normally always get a stamp set in the kit. So because it's their birthday, we get to reap the reward and we get extra freebies, which is really cool. And I have a hint of daisies being involved in this kit. So, you know, it looks really cute. The box is cute. We get extra free stuff, and you'll need to do so by the 10th. I always like to get the extra kit in March, especially, and also during the holidays, because they're always like, I don't know, there's something about them. I always love those months, like October, November, March are like my favorites, because they're always doing something really fun. But anyway, wanted to let you guys know about that. Now, the online exclusives, I know I talk about this every week, but I did want to show you guys something. So I'm going to talk a little extra today. So be prepared. I hope you have a little beverage or something, right? But anyway, so the online exclusives are things that you're not going to find in any publication. This is trendy everywhere else in the world, so Stampin' Up! Is doing the same. But with that being said, when I show you guys these flyers, there's more than just this as far as online exclusive products. This is like a teaser. But with that being said, this happens to be one of my favorites that came out during the last edition of online exclusives, and it's the Media Florals. Is that what it's called? Yeah. No, Mixed Florals. Oh my gosh, I was close. It was an M. But anyway, so all of this stuff was part of something that was new in January. And I was part of a swap with a small group of demonstrators that I've been with for a while. And I wanted to show you guys just a couple of the things that you could do with this suite. So I thought I would thumb through. Isn't this one cute? Looks like a chalkboard effect. And then this one here, which actually I actually made a couple because I was on a roll with this after I seen it. I was like, oh, I love it. This is another one of my faves. And this I colored with blends. Here's another swap card, another, and one more. So some really cute stuff, but I had to show them. They've been sitting here on my table. I keep saying, I'm going to show them, I'm going to show them, I'm going to show them, and then I don't. Hi, Charlotte. Happy Sunday afternoon. So anyway, this is one of my favorites. I love the Designer Series paper. It's bold, beautiful, very spring summery, and I am like so wanting that right now. Again, just to show you guys, so this was January's complete release of products. Whoops, all of this stuff. And I know I've shown this before, but I just want you guys to realize how much stuff they're introducing each month that are not in a catalog. So this Tuesday, March the 4th, we're having quite a few more new products. I didn't get them all, but I'm also going to show you guys some more new products from the online store. Since, like I said, I didn't get to doing it this week, and I said, you know what? I need to put this stuff away because I keep shuffling it around, but I wanted to show you guys before I put it all on my shelf. So this is the stuff that I'm talking about right here. We're going to talk about this more in a minute. So I'm going to set this aside. But I also want to mention to you guys about the scrapbooking products, which of course you can do a lot more than just scrapbooking with them. It's obviously 12 by 12 papers, and we have a lot of beautiful stuff. So even if you're really not doing the scrapbooking things so much, make sure to check them out because there might be some paper and things in there, and our two-toned white core cardstocks. We're going to end up having them in every single color in our Stampin' Up! Palette, which is really exciting. And just to show you guys here, so I did something a little different. I'm going to have to give Erica Serwin the credit on this, but I made a book yesterday, and I told myself I could not move from this table until it was done. And it was with the Storybook Life products, which are just so stinking cute. And again, this is what we're using for our March product class. But I wanted to show you guys this. I was bound and determined I was going to get this done. However, I did make a little boo-boo. Now, for the average person, probably wouldn't even notice the boo-boo that I made. But I actually cut, for some reason I was not thinking, I cut the pieces of cardboard from the Specialty DSP. I save those. How many of you guys save the cardboard from your Designer Series paper? Especially the Specialty Designer Series paper has a thicker cardboard in it, and I have a special spot that I keep all of that, and I do not throw it away because every once in a while I love to make books and things, and this was no exception. This is partly the scrapbooking line, also some of the plaid 6x6 gingham paper that you can find in the mini. The stickers are from the scrapbooking line. So yeah, so anyway, some of the stuff, but I just wanted to show you guys really quick. What's really cool too, I made the binder. I mean, I made everything from scratch. Obviously, this was supposed to cover it, and I just, yeah, I cut it 6 3/4 square, and it should have been 6.5. Oh, well, you know, live and learn. Either way, I adjusted for the fact that I screwed it up in my mind, my brain, but made the binder and everything for it, which is kind of cool. And then these are all pockets, which then pull out. And I have a 5x5 piece of paper within each page itself that you could either journal or put more pictures in it, all the things. But like I said, I wanted to make sure I got that done finally, and I was so excited about that. Okay, let's go ahead and show you guys some new products that you're not going to find in the catalog and will be released on this Tuesday. Where do I start? Let's see here. So let's go back to this. We'll do this one first. So this is the teaser of the products that will be out on Tuesday. I don't know about you guys. I love black and white. I love black and white photos. I think black and white photography is so classic and sassy and, I don't know, a little bit retro. And I love that. So when I seen this right here, I was like all about it. I already need to get more paper because I've been using this for my swaps that I'll be swapping with other demonstrators at On Stage in North Carolina next week. That reminds me, no Facebook Live on the 16th. So I have what, one more week? One more Sunday before I go. But anyway, with that being said, there's some really cool products in here. Now this doesn't do it any justice, so I'm going to show you guys this paper here in a second. And I'm really loving the dies. So now I'm not only looking at the stamp set, I'm also looking what dies come with it. Because sometimes the dies that come with some of these sets are, how do I want to put it? Like shapes, classic shapes that you can use for a lot of different things, not just like shapes for a particular stamp in a stamp set, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I really just fell in love with all of this. So with that being said, let's go ahead and grab maybe some of the stuff. So first of all, this is the paper. So I made a paper sampler in 2x2 squares, so you guys could check that out. But it's gorgeous, front, back, you get the idea. And then also there is another designer series paper. It's like a collection of product. This is called Woven Textures. This, by the way, is 12x12. This is also 12x12. Very different. Woven textures, so like basket-ish. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like a basket. But anyway, I'm sorry I'm fading in and out because I'm turning to grab my stuff here. Let me find, where did that go? I should have had these in order and been a little bit more organized, but you know me. Organized? Ah! Let's see. Where did it go? My favorite one vanished? Say it isn't so. Okay, let's see here. Oh, seriously. Where did I put it? That is goofy. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and show you some samples. How's that? Instead of waiting for me to find it. I obviously threw it around here somewhere, or I put it on my shelf already, not thinking. So for this collection, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. I'm going to show you some cards that I've been making with it. Let's see, there's this one. And this one here. This is actually, I think, I made this for a different swap. Not for On Stage, but something else. And then this card. How cool is that? And yeah, so that is all of that stuff. There are also these cute little dots that are in black, cream, white, and I can't think of the other color. Maybe it's like a mossy meadow or something. I don't know, it's almost like a dark green, I think. But anyway, very, very cool stuff. Let's go to this one. This how do I want to say this? This is more on the, I don't know, playful side. Maybe you want to call it that. It's just different. It's bright colors, primary colors, which aren't normally my thing, but I was like, what I loved about it, which I'll show you in a second, there are keys. Get this one really close up here for you. Now, I don't know if you guys can notice something in particular, but there's this little, what do those remind you of? Anyway, we're going to stop playing the guessing game. I'm just going to show you. So in this suite of product, there are, first of all, this is the Designer Series paper, front, back of the 12 by 12. We have these, which are these cute little suitcases. I'll tell you what really attracted me to them was this right here. Now, for those of you that know, I'm a retired innkeeper. Years and years ago, when my parents first bought the inn that Dave and I owned for 32 years, they had these keys, right? The old-fashioned, you know, the keys going to the place to stay. And that's what my parents actually had when we first owned the place. Or my parents did. But anyway, and I just got a big kick out of it. I was like, oh my gosh, innkeeper needs the key, right? And the suitcase in itself is stinking adorable. So I made a belly band, decorated up the little suitcase here. There's also the different keys that you can cut out, which is kind of fun. There's these little puffy stickers. So I wanted to show you guys these. And I've been using a few. They're kind of fun. They're different. Like I said, not that I don't love colorful things, but it's just all these bright primary colors it takes me to, like, I don't know, like kid stuff, but it's not kid stuff. But anyway, I don't know. I'm weird. So to get kind of an idea of the size of the suitcases, whoops, that's upside down. That would help. So yeah, they're really easy to put together. There's no glue required for the assemblage of the suitcases. And yeah, they're adorbs. I like them a lot. They made me happy. And then there's also the Pack Your Bags set of 3 colorful twines. And I believe that this, oh my gosh, what is this? Summer Splash? Or is it Shy Shamrock? I always get those two mixed up. Whatever's in the color in the paper, Shy Shamrock. And then also, guess what this is? Some of you may recognize this color as a coming back color. This is Strawberry Slush. So when I'm at On Stage, we're going to see if it's an in color coming back or how are they doing this. But this was an in color for a while, the Strawberry Slush. And then we also have Azure Afternoon, that beautiful bright blue. Along with, like I said, the stickers, the DSP, and then I'll show you the stamp set that goes with this. Is called Tags to Go. Really cute. And this would be great for scrapbooking, but like I said, I'm going to try to make some cards with it because that's more my thing. But it is a red rubber stamp set. And then we also have the dies that go with it. And there are those cute keys and this guy right here, which is my absolute favorite for, you know the reason. But anyway, it's just really cute. So I'm looking forward to seeing what others do with this as well. Because I sometimes get too narrow-sighted on things, on the possibilities. So we'll see. We'll see what others come up with as well. Okay, let's go ahead and let's show you guys. And I hope nobody minds me doing this right now. I said, I just couldn't find the right time otherwise to show all this stuff. So this is Fancy Borders. This is another new set that will be available on March the 3rd. And I'll show you the dies. The dies are really cool. Check those babies out. Okay. So with that, I made just a couple of cards. And basically, I copied them right from the website. This is the other thing that's really cool about our online store. They give us some really fun samples. So with that being said, I made a couple of cards here. So this used, let's see here, this right here and this guy. So these two were used on this card. Again, show you the stamp set itself. So this die right here follows along the little humpies, follows along the stamp line, I should say. I know, I got away with words sometimes, don't mind me. But anyway, so that was a lot of fun to make. And then this one right here with these little hearts, it actually cuts the hearts out. Isn't that cute? Love it, love it, love it. So I haven't had a chance to use the two outside dies yet, but I'm working on it. I need more hours in the day. Okay, now the next one that I wanted to show you, let's see here. Oh my gosh, get in there. Okay. I got a feeling we're gonna have an avalanche here in about a minute with the stuff that's piling. Okay, this right here is a really cool set. It does not have any dies. It's a standalone stamp set. But really got me wasn't so much the images, but all the sentiments in this set are so cool. With that being said, though, I was trying to incorporate these two, and I was just like, I had something. Have you ever had something visioned in your head, and you think it's going to look really awesome, and then you go ahead and stamp it, and then it's like the biggest flop, and you throw it away? That was me. So I started fresh, and I decided to dig into a set that I have not yet used, which is the Arches. I think it's called Everyday Arches. And I purchased the paper too. And when I got the paper and opened up the pack, it's a 6x6 pack. It's new to me because I had not used it yet. And I was like, what am I going to do with this? I was really perplexed. And I had no idea, but did you know these arches are the very trendy thing right now? There's several websites where I go browsing, and I'm seeing arches everywhere. It's crazy. There's a full set of these arches. They come from little to bigs, and they are really cool. I've seen them being made into popsicles when we had the fruit salad DSP from Celebration. Oh my gosh, were those flippin' adorable. Like, people that have that vision, I don't know, it's pretty cool. Anyway, with that being said, I wanted to use some of the paper from that sweet collection, whatever you want to call it, and dig into these arches. So I used just the sentiment, one of these sentiments, and put it on this card. And I really liked the way it turned out. And I was thinking that I should just do a collection of all the sentiments with different colors from the DSP and the arches. I think that would be really cool. But I wanted to show you guys this because excuse me, I love the sentiments in this set. I think they're really great. Oh, and along with that, speaking of those sentiments, I also have gotten it's a new set of Memories and More cards, which are the 3x4 and the 4x6 cards that we can use for our pocket page scrapbooking or card making or whatever you want to do with them. But when I seen the colors, not that they're not bad, it's just they weren't exactly what I expected. And usually with these, you get a couple of sheets of stickers. There were no stickers in this pack. And I was like, what am I going to do with these? Because they give you like 6 each. So I decided to cut them down and use some basic beige as a base for my cards. And I used some of the sentiments out of here on here. So basically, I think I trimmed these to, what was it, like 1 inch by 4 inch for this, and I added the gold twine, which I absolutely love. And I think that this is not orderable right now, but it's coming back. So I thought that turned out kind of cool, actually, considering I had no idea what I was going to do with it. The other thing, oh, that's what I forgot to show you guys too. We have, can you see this? A corrugated 3D embossing folder. This rocks my socks. It is too bad that you can't see more of it here, but I love the texture, and I love that because it looks kind of like, you know, when you take a box and you rip it, and then you, like, I've used ripped boxes in my junk journals and stuff to try to give it that look. So we don't even have to work for it. We have a 3D embossing folder to do that now. But anyway, again, another sentiment from that stamp set. So I thought that was really cool. I wanted to show you guys that one. And then, where am I going to put all this stuff? What was I thinking? I don't know. Okay, we'll put these over here. The next one, I wasn't sure that I was really going to go gangbusters with this because there's a lot of flowers. You guys know we offer a lot of flowers, right? This one, though, is a lot of fun, I have to say. And I wasn't sure about these either, but these are the masks that coordinate with the stamp set. And what's really cool is, first of all, they're really easy to match up. You can see enough through them when you've stamped your flowers as far as how to work with them. So you want to get some blending brushes to work with these if you're going to use these. They're super easy to clean up with our classic water-based inks, which is really nice. Do not use StazOn inks on these, otherwise it's going to make a heck of a mess. So don't do that. That would be bad. But anyway, with that being said, these fit perfectly with our images. And they also, not only do they have a notch to help line them up if you need that. I didn't even use it. I was just lining them up with the stamp image itself, and they were fine. But they're also numbered. I don't know if you guys can see this at the top. It's kind of a, I don't know. But they're numbered as far as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, as far as the steps to take to color your flowers and your leaves and your, what do you want to call it? Stem. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Anyway, kind of cool. And I like the sentiments in this one. And I'll show you the dies as well. So you can really make these pop. There's actually 2 pages of dies for these. I like this one here because it cuts and it embosses at the same time. And I used it on a card I'll show in just a second. Hey, Mary Jo, happy Sunday Crafternoon. Thanks for joining us. We're doing things a little different today. I'm showing you guys new stuff that will be here and available on March 3rd. Anyway, so this is a beautiful set. Let me show you guys what I've done with it. Put this stuff back before I lose it. Speaking of losing things, before we start stamping, we get to that point, I want to show you guys a stamp. Someone's going to know where it belongs. I somehow found this photopolymer stamp that ended up being on my table here. And I forgot to put it back. It was photopolymer, which means it's see-through, right? You guys know me in see-through stamps with my dog. But I'm glad she didn't find it. But anyway, I can't figure out, it looks familiar, but I can't figure out which stamp set it is, and I don't want to go through the whole entire book, so I'm going to end up asking you guys, do you guys know where this goes? Because someone's going to know, and they're going to help me figure it out in an instant, so I don't have to dig around. Anyway, here is Thankful Garden. Oh, and by the way, Thankful Garden has this beautiful designer series paper. It's 12 by 12. Front, back on this little chart here so you guys can see both sides. Isn't that cool? I love it. I really love it. Okay, so with that being said, here we go. This is Lemon Lolly that I use. I'm really loving Lemon Lolly. At first I wasn't sure about it. I love yellows, but it's a lighter yellow. But I'm really digging it. I used, again, the corrugated folder that will be brand new as well on Tuesday. Isn't that fun? And then, again, I used the stencils on this. This is some of the new ribbon as well. Oh, I forgot to grab that. But it's velvet in texture. It is really cool. I believe it's Fresh Freesia is the color of it. And then these little guys here, they are new too. Let me grab them. These are called Starburst Sequins. Fresh Freesia, white, and I think that's peach pie. Yeah, it looks like peach pie to me. But those are really cool, and they have a little bit of texture in them themselves. And here's another one. This is a swap card for On Stage. And I also spritzed in a little bit of Wink Stella, if you can see that in there. It's hard to see. But that was kind of fun doing something really different. I used watercolor paper so it wouldn't all crinkle up. And then here is a little bit more of that paper I was just showing you. I love this one here. Surprise, black and white, right? What's really cool about black and white too is you can color it. You can color it with your markers, your Stampin' Blends. You can use blending brushes, give it a soft look and put some color on that black and white, as well as that black and white that I showed you with that other suite. The, I forgot what it was called again. Having a brain fart. Whoops, I shouldn't have said that. That's not very nice. Oh, Dawn. Anyway, so I love this one, and I really wasn't sure, and I played with this one the most so far, which surprises me, but you know. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. And again, I don't know where I'm going to put all this stuff. 1 second, I want to make sure it's not going to tumble on me. Okay. All right, we'll put this way over here. There we go. We'll just clean that up later. All right, the next thing I wanted to show you guys, Pattern of Friendship. It has a die, but it's very different than I think we've ever had before. That is the die. You're like, what? So it's a background die, and it leaves texture on your cards. I haven't had a lot of time to play with this a whole lot, but I did make one card, and I wanted to show you guys. I love the sentiments in it. Like Bestie, that's the coolest. Check this out. So I actually ran this through twice, but you can't really tell. I was hoping you'd be able to see it better. I ran it through our machine, our cut and emboss machine, this direction, and then I turned it and ran it through the other direction. So I thought it would have more, I guess you can kind of sort of see it, but I really thought it would have a really cool crisscross pattern to it. It didn't show so much. Maybe it's just because of the color I used, but anyway, getting creative with that, and I love it. I love the texture that it gives. It's like just enough, right? Beautiful. And the Pattern of Friendship, the sentiments in this are very cool. Now the next one I'm going to show you guys, I also fell in love with, and it's a what I want to call background stamp. That's the word I was looking for in my brain. A background stamp. Grab that one for you. Painted stripes. So this is cool. This is something I'm always trying to do with my water brushes, but I can never accomplish it. Yep, new products available March 4th. Thanks, Evelyn. Yep, so painted stripes. Let me show you guys a couple of the things that I did with this that are kind of fun. Now keep in mind, just like the die I was just showing you, you could go ahead and stamp it one direction and then turn it and then stamp it the other. Now, I have not done that yet, but I think that would be really cool to make like a homemade plaid, so to speak, and even mix the colors or do tone on tone. So with this, I went ahead, I stamped it, and then I cut it down just to use it like I was making my own designer series paper, which I thought turned out really cool. Again, classic black and white. And these are from the mix and match that are in our mini catalog. So absolutely no stamping there. I just added dimensionals underneath these and put it on a tag, which I think is from Greetings greetings for all seasons, or greetings of the season, or something like that they carried over yet. That's a Christmas set. But they have all these tags as the dies. So that's what I say. Really look at the dies, because I think there's a lot more you can do with some of our die sets that go with certain sets that might be seasonal, so to speak, if you get my drift. This is a set of stamps that are in the mini. It, I think, is called Lifelong Friends or something like that. And I wasn't sure what to do with it. Excuse me. So what I did is I did tone on tone with a couple of colors of cardstock with the painted stripes and used it as a background. How fun is that? Something just totally kind of different for me to do. I thought I would try. And then Lemon Lolly. Oh my gosh, I'm really loving Lemon Lolly. So again, there was no stamping on this except for the background stamp, which is just very subtle. It was tone on tone with Lemon Lolly ink. But these are, again, these are from the annual catalog that are the mix and match sentiments, and then they have flowers in there as well. But the mix and match stuff I'm really digging. At first I was like, oh my gosh, I'm cheating. I don't even have to stamp in color. Now I'm like, I love them, because you can put together a card like 15 minutes or less, and you have a card that's all set and ready to go. Then I did the same thing, but I went the opposite direction on this card. And again, using those mix and match, the sentiments, the flowers. This sentiment is from the mini. This mix and match is from, I believe, the annual catalog. But if you just look under mix and match in my online store, all that stuff will come up. And there's a bunch of it. It's so cool. And they're all punch outs. Okay, so that is painted stripes, and I love the stripes. And then, let's see here. Oh, this one here. So this is another set. Excuse me, I'm talking too much. Is that possible? Of course, with me it is. This is a really cool set. It's a standalone set. And there are no dies with this. So with that being said, I've had a chance to make just one card. This is going to be a swap card for me at Backstage with one of my groups. What's really cool is they have the, what do you want to call them, the fill-in stamp. So you have the outline stamp, which is the black, and then I used this guy here to fill in with, oh my gosh, what color is that? It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh my gosh. Soft Seafoam. And this is, oh my lordy bee. I know that this is Lemon Lolly. Pool Party. How can I forget Pool Party? Oh my goodness. Sorry, Pool Party. But anyway, so yeah, it was really easy. You just go ahead and stamp the outline, and then you take this stamp and stamp inside, and then boom, it's colored for you. I love that these types of stamp sets, because I'm not very good at coloring, as you guys know. So this is a great way for me to be able to color my stamps without having to truly color. You just stamp it. All right, so that's a good one too. And of course, the sentiments are pretty stinking cool as well. And that's what I love the most about it, because again, it's another flower set, but it's the sentiments that just get me every time. Okay, I think that was everything as far as that stuff goes. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask as we get stamping here. Just wanted to let you know that after we're done with the live today, if you watch the replay above on Facebook, or if you're watching the replay after on YouTube, it'll be below. But there's going to be a link. I call this my recipe card. It's a little bit more than a card. It's a couple pages. But what's really cool about it has all the links that are helpful for you, whether it's my online store, where to go to join if you'd like to join our family. As far as the links, and celebration is actually all done. By the way, thank you for an awesome celebration, you guys. You're awesome. You rock. Also has a lot of other links there for you to find me as well online. And then also, if you don't print it, if you just keep it like on your desktop, if you want to shop for the different things that you see me using today, you can click on these links from the PDF on your computer. It'll take you right to my store, which is really cool. But if you like to print it to have it for reference, you can do that as well. But again, I call it my little recipe card because it has all the things, just like when you're making a cake, right? You need, well, I need a recipe. And even then, I need help. But anyway, nonetheless, a recipe card for the things that we're doing today. And then that way, if we don't get through them all, depending on time, because I'm talking so much, you'll have everything right here. And of course, as always, you can always reach out to me and I can help you. Okay, so what are we doing today? We are featuring the Hugs for Love bundle. And easy peasy, I love a bundle that has a punch. This punch in itself, it's such a cool shape. And it's the To The Point label punch, and there's the item number for you in case you need it. But it's a fun set, and even though it has a Valentine's thanks, and there's there's hearts, I should say, in it, I believe this can be for a lot more than just Valentine's Day. We don't just love somebody on Valentine's Day, right? So anyway, today I'm going to show you some fun cards with that. And also just wanted to let you know that the shapes that you may be looking at that I had cut in advance are from the Stylish Shapes dies. I've told you guys over and over, I use these, I think, every week on my Facebook Lives, on my cards. If you don't have this set, it's a must-have. You got to get it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And set this stuff aside. Give me a little more room. So here's the first card that we're going to do. A little bit of the stamping, and like I said, and some of the other things I've done in advance just to save some time. I'm going to grab my cheat sheet here. It tells me all the cutting sizes and all that good stuff. Oh my goodness, I got a whole bunch of stuff here, don't I? So that Plaid Designer Series paper, if you guys haven't had a chance to play with it, it's in our mini catalog. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and I love the colors in it. Ooh, pieces everywhere. Okay, so first of all, this is Mossy Meadow. It's cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it at 5 1/2. The Balmy Blue, let's see here, was the Stylish Shapes circle. It is the largest circle in that set, and I already stamped it with not Balmy Blue, Boho Blue, with Boho Blue ink. The one thing that I did not do, and I'm going to do it, I'm going to attempt to do it with you guys right here without whining, is fussy cut some hearts. Because the punch is for that really cool bracket die or shape, not the hearts. But anyway, so why did I have this out though? I don't remember. So we're going to put it aside because I'm not sure why I thought I needed that. And then also, there's this piece of designer paper, and this is cut at 2 3/8, no, yeah, by 5. Oh my gosh, did I really mess up on this or what? I believe this is 5 1/2, because it goes all the way down. Yeah, 5 1/2 all the way down the front of the cardstock. I can see right now that I've already messed up, and I thought I cut a piece, which on this, oh, I see what I did. Okay, erase that thought. There are 2 pieces of designer paper, the plaid again. So this is the back side of that, and these are cut at, oh, what are they cut at? We're just going to measure them instead of reading my notes because I can't read my writing. Isn't that awful? 3/4 inch by 5 1/2. And we're going to put them on like so. Like that. That's how they're going to go on. This, I have no reason why, I have no idea why I put that there. Okay, let's go ahead and start some assembly. This is our beautiful white ribbon, and I forgot the actual name of it. It is, grab it here, white. Yeah, duh. Let's see. Anyway, I'm just going to give you that number for it. It's 164634 right there under the... Did you guys know that? Our item numbers are on every product. So if like you're looking for an item number for whatever reason, well, it's on everything. Yeah, isn't that cool? Okay, anyway, so I'm using that to tie on the top, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So first of all, let's do the hard part first. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab Mossy Meadow and Boho Blue ink. And I need my big heart, this one right here. And because I didn't do this ahead of time, for whatever reason, I probably told myself, Dawn, be a good sport and do fussy cutting in front of everybody because you know how much you love it. Like I've always said, there are two things I'm not good at. That is coloring and fussy cutting. Yikes. Oops. Okay, so we have one of each color heart. Obviously, the heart shouldn't be too hard to cut, right? I mean, they're a basic shape. I'm talking myself into the fact that this is not going to be as difficult as I think it might be. Oh, goodness sakes. So you guys, while I'm fussy cutting these, why did I not fussy cut these in advance? I don't know. Go ahead and tell me, what'd you do this weekend? Did you have some fun? Where did you go? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Did you do any road trips? Did you hang out at home? I was kind of lazy. And I tell you, something that I did that I haven't done in a long time is we finished a series on Netflix. And I don't normally watch a whole lot of TV, but I heard talk about it and I wanted to see it. It was different. I was a little lost at times. Imagine that. But it was called Zero Day. Very interesting movie, show, series, to say the least. They only made 6 parts to the series. So because I get antsy and I can't sit for very long to sit there and watch TV, so to speak, it took us 3 days or 3 evenings to watch it all. But we got through it. It was different, but I did not like the ending. The ending was like, boo! It wasn't anything like I thought it was going to be at the end. I was like, really? That's the way they're going to leave it? That's anticlimactic. Okay, anyway, let's get back to this card here. So inside I have a piece of basic white, cut it 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and just stick it on the inside like so. And then I think what I'll do to make sure that this is spaced correctly, I'm going to work from the outside in. Hey, Judy. Happy Sunday crafternoon. It's good to see you. And to line these up, I'm going to work sideways. There we go. And then we'll turn our card this direction. And work sideways again. Make sure they're all lined up. And then we'll put this one in the middle. Okay, there we go. Ta-da! All right. Now the other thing that I want to do, I knew that there was a reason why I had a nice big piece of scrap paper. I'm going to take my Mossy Meadow. Goodness sakes, I'm so sorry. Cough, cough. And, oh, I got a loose stamp. I don't want to lose that. It's a little guy too. Okay, and we're going to play with this right here. And it matches our punch perfectly. There we are. And then, where did it go? I know it's here. Here it is. This one says, you and I make the best team. And I'm going to use the Boho Blue ink for the sentiment inside. Whoops. I guess it really doesn't matter. You just flip it, right? Who cares if it's upside down? All right, just like that. Clean that off before I get something into it that doesn't need to be. And I'm going to go ahead and take my punch, the To The Point label punch. Isn't the plaid paper is really cool. And you know, speaking of that, Kristen, too, I love mixing it with the Storybook Friends stuff. And I thought maybe it would be too busy, but it isn't. And the cool thing about our plaid paper as well is that with the colors that they've used in it, I have to admit, I probably would not have mixed, for an example, Boho Blue and Mossy Meadow together. If you would have said that to me, I'd have given you like that look like, ew! Who would have thought? But they're beautiful together. They're really pretty. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get some dimensionals. And I'm going to put the circle on with those. I'm going to try to work a little faster since I did so much talking. Me and my yapping, right? Like I said, I wanted to show you guys new things. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this on with dimensionals as well. You and I make the best team. And we're going to put that right about, I guess, in the middle-ish. And then I'm also going to take these two hearts that I actually fussy cut on camera. That's a first. Probably be the last. Oh boy, oh boy. And I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here, add them like so. And then we have our beautiful ribbon. And I'm going to attempt to tie a bow with you guys. Oh boy. Usually whenever I do this, I never have it tight enough and then it scoots around on my card and it looks kind of yucky. I'll just put it that way. Okay, there we go. Okay, hope for the best. Well, it's not too bad. We just got to straighten them out a little bit. So I like to play with his tails. And like that. Whoops. Oh, come on. Cooperate for me, Mr. Bow. And then take my snips. I need to get these things sharpened. They're getting a little dull. They'll say, watch me say that as I slice my finger, right? But anyway, there is card number 1. How fun is that? Okay, let's move on to card number 2. Now here's a color combination again that I would have never have thought of. But again, because Stampin' Up! Mix these colors together and I just draw from the Designer Series paper, I feel a little more adventurous that way, right? We're like, oh wow, that looks great together. I never would have thought of that. So this is basically using Cajun Craze and Wild Wheat. So I did my fussy cutting already, and I also did the heat embossing as well in advance. But of course, if you guys like to do heat embossing, you would need to have the Versamark pad, our Wow embossing powder, and then also the, what do they call it? The Embossing Additions toolkit would also help you as well. So what I did on this one, I cut out 4 strips of the DSP from the plaid, Timeless Plaid 6x6 pack of paper. And let's see here. the 1¼ by 4½ are the size of each of these 4 strips. And then I also have this piece of wild wheat, which is cut at 5½ by 8½ and scored at 4¼ and the liner inside the card is 4 by 5¼ and it's basic white. I think beige, basic beige would also look really pretty in here because it also coordinates. As a matter of fact, I believe that I stamped, yes, I stamped these on basic beige. You guys can definitely tell I did fussy cut those, right? Because they look like a 5-year-old did it. Oh my goodness sakes. Hey, Susan, hello. Hello, happy Sunday crafternoon. But anyway, so I stamped on basic beige, a heart in the wild wheat, and also the Cajun Craze. So we're going to end up popping these up. In fact, I think I'm either missing one or it fell on the floor. Oh, there it is. Saved by the bell. Okay, so what I'm going to do is taking these 1¼ by 4-inch strips. We're going to stagger them. I call this in class kitty wampus. In other words, just do your own thing. It's okay to be crooked. Whatever you want to do with it. I think it looks like fun. It's fun. It's a fun card. It's what it's all about. This is basic beige, and this was cut with the stylish shapes. You can see that cute little stitching on it. So we're going to go ahead and glue these little guys on. I have my Stampin' Seal. So I'm not even going to worry about them being like super straight. I kind of like that whimsical look. We're going to do that. I know this one was a little bit more on the straight side. That sounds funny. But you guys, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Anyway. So we're going to go ahead and do that because it's just basically adding to the background of the card. And there we go. Just like that. And then, like I said, I've already heat embossed. This is Cajun Craze. I heat embossed in white. I also stamped that stamp around the edge in Cajun Craze. So it's like a tone on tone. It's okay that you're late. That's okay. Actually, I got started late because I was going through new products that are coming out on March 4th in the online store. So I kind of sort of just started the actual projects. So you're not late at all. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to pop this up again with dimensionals because you guys know me and my dimensionals. I'm cuckoo lady with dimensionals. Whoops. Uh-oh. Oh, I almost ripped him right off. Poor thing. Okay, I'm going to set that one right there. We're going to put this again with dimensionals. It's going to be a card that the post office doesn't like because it gets so poofy. And then I've used that same white ribbon, tied my bow in advance using a glue dot. Whoops. And we're going to put this on. I can't see the glue dots. The sun just went away too. What the heck? Oh, I think it's just behind a cloud. Let's say, well, no, don't go away. We don't see the sunshine too often, although at least lately it's getting to be a little bit more, right? And did you guys notice that it's staying lighter longer as well? That makes me very happy. And I thought I heard, now you guys help me out if it's true or not, that they're working on keeping daylight savings time as year round. Did I hear that right, or am I going nutty? I think that'd be kind of fun. I just don't like it when it's like dark by 4 o'clock. That's depressing. Okay, I'm going to scatter these about like so. And there is card number 2. Number 2. Evelyn, you make me smile so much. I know, right? I was a big judger, is that a word? Judger? A big judge of wild wheat. The poor thing, I called it baby poop. I'm just going to be honest. Oh Oh my goodness sakes. You make me smile. Okay. Oh boy, the dogs from next door are out, which means Pearl is going to go a little cray-cray. Oh, I see I started stamping it, and then I meant not to stamp it. Okay, where's my cheat sheet here? So first of all, the card base on this card is 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And then the inside piece is basic white 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to go ahead and attach this so we can get this little guy right out of our way. So he's got his little home. He's tucked in. And then this is another piece of that beautiful plaid paper. This is the back. I love this stuff. I'm surprised at how much this stuff coordinates with other things and it doesn't look busy. Like, it just boggles my mind, but I love it. So this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, I believe. I'm double checking. Yes. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and attach this to the card on the front, obviously. Let's see here. And then I have a piece of, and who would have thought these colors, but they're kind of cool together. So Crumb Cake, Petal Pink, and Highland Heather, of all things. Let's see, this I'm going to want for a little accent. This is for my sentiment. But this piece here, where did I cut this at? This is 2 by 1. This is going to be for the sentiment. This is Highland Heather. This is 3/4 by 2 1/4, just to mention that. That's going to be for the sentiment as well, and you'll see that in a minute, the way I'm going to layer it. And then we have basic white. This is 2 1/8 by 5 1/4. And then the Highland Heather is 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, since I started on this, and I actually gave myself an extra piece of paper in case I messed up, because that's how much faith I have in myself. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and continue stamping. First of all, I need the big solid heart, because it looks like I didn't finish the stamping, which is okay. That's good. Okay. Let's go ahead here and we'll do a heart here. Whoops. And then we'll do a heart down there. And I'm going to do this because I don't want that all over everything. Because knowing me, I would put my hand in it and that would not be good. Okay. And then I'm going to take this cute itty bitty, actually no, I don't want this one yet. Then there's this one, and I almost have every stamp from that set on a block. So I was digging through them. This little guy does not want to stay. I think it's because my stamp and my block are both dirty. Now, you guys didn't see that, but when all else fails and you're in a crunch, hey, Susie, hi. Sending you a big hug, my friend. I'm so sorry to hear about your brother. Okay, there we go. I just licked my stamp, by the way. That helped it. Helped it stick. This is Petal Pink. We're going to go ahead and stamp this. It almost has like a brown tone to it. I don't know what the deal is with mine, but it looks a little wonky. But Petal Pink is kind of an odd color, isn't it? It's pink, but yet it's not fully pink, if that makes any sense. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this little itty bitty guy. I'll show you guys that one. So cute. And, oh, actually, no, wait a minute. Because we're going light to dark, we're gonna, I'm not even going to clean it. Okay, there we go. So these cute little hearts I love. Okay. And then I wanted to go back. Oh, I'm going to lose that itty bitty stamp yet, I swear. We're going to grab this guy. And we'll stamp here, there, and everywhere. That looks good. Very good. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead. Oh, I need to put the sentiment on there yet too. Life is better with you. Let's go ahead and get that out. And we're going to put this one right there. Where is life is better with you? Not that one. There we go. Put it on my block. And hey, Nance. Happy Sunday crafternoon. I'm going to put it right about there. Actually, that looks really big, but I guess. Oh, I know. I know. Well, we're going to try something. We'll try to fix it. Oh, my gosh. That's what I get for not paying attention to my own stamping. Okay, we're going to use this. A little, can you see that? Little row of hearts. And I need Petal Pink back. We're going to see if we can doctor this up without having to restamp anything. But I did have a little line of hearts. Ah, there we go. It's okay. It works. Kinda. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take this piece that we stamped, and basically it was kind of like making our own designer series paper, right? And then we're going to go ahead, and this is going to have just a teeny weeny, ooh, very weeny. Did I just say that? Shh, Dawn. Oh my God. I get, oh dear. Oh boy, you guys, you never know what you're going to get with me, I swear. Okay, first of all, I'm going to trim this down just a smidge. Yeah, okay. I hope you're laughing and not like rolling your eyes. Okay, so I just trimmed this just a tad. It was, yeah, not fitting the paper correctly. Let's just put it that way. I'm not even going to try to attempt to explain because that could be really bad. Okay, anyway, we're going to go ahead and attach this to the card. Just like so. And then this sentiment here that we did, I cut a little strip of Highland Heather. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to stick it on there, then I'm going to trim it down with just scissors. I'm not going to get real fancy or anything. But I wanted to add more color and tie in the two colors that we used as far as our inks. There we go. Oh, I still can't believe I just, oh boy. Anyway, roll on, Dawn, roll on. Okay, so we're going to stick this. Uh-oh, you know what else I did? Or did not do? I forgot to put boop, boop, ba-doop, that around it. So you know what we're going to do? We're just going to disregard that. And we're just going to do what stampers do, and we're going to modify it just like that. Because, you know, no one will ever know but you and I. Okay, there we go. This ribbon, by the way, is beautiful. I love it. It's in with the products for Storybook Memories. And I just think it's so pretty with the daintiness around the edges of it. Gorgeous ribbon. Okay, so there we go. So we modified it just a little bit, but I think it still looks okay. Which one do you guys like better? Go ahead, make me feel better. Say the one on the right. Okay, how are we doing on time? We're not doing too bad. We're a little bit over an hour, but are you guys still good? You want to see the last one? Why not? Let's go for it. Let's do it. I feel sassy today. Let's go for it. Okay, last card, which is this one right here. Again, using the plaid paper and the Hugs for You bundle. Oh my gosh, I tell ya. Okay, I have to remember, yell at me if I don't put this on before we stick it to the card front, because that could be very bad. But anyway, so this one I kind of stamped a lot of things in advance, so it won't take too long. First of all, let me grab my cheat sheet. So this is Calypso Coral. I cut it at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. Aren't these fun? They're different. They're not colors that I would normally pull together, but I'm trusting Stampin' Up! With what colors they've put in the designer paper, and I'm like, yeah, these are kind of cool. But for sure, I'm all about that too, Sue. Okay, so Calypso Coral, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and then my liner for the inside of the card is cut at 4 by 5.5. And we're going to go ahead and just attach it inside here like so. And then this piece here, here's the back. Isn't that pretty as well, right? So this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to go ahead and stick this piece down, just not the others quite yet, because we have to add that ribbon. And just like so. And then here is, again, a piece of the Wild Wheat, that color that you guys know just how much I love. Actually, I do. I really like Wild Wheat now. But when I first seen it, I was like, I don't think so. Hey, Christy. Happy Sunday Crafternoon. Thanks for popping on and joining us. So give you guys some sizing here. So the Wild Wheat is 1 5/8 by 5.5. And then the Timeless Plaid piece is, oh, I forgot to write this one down again, is 2 by 5.5. All right, so we're just going to line this up together, but we don't want to stick it on yet until we add our ribbon. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, poor Wild Wheat. I judged its book by its cover, this color. I was just like, what in the heck, that color? But I've really grown to like Wild Wheat. Also, I did cut a piece of scrap. This is 1 by 4. And what I like to do, and I forgot to in the other cards, is go ahead and attach it inside the card just to dress it up a little bit, to tie it in with all the rest. Now we're going to take this ribbon that I've cut a mammoth amount of. Mammoth? Is that a word? Mammoth. It is now. Mammoth. Where the heck did I even get that from? Okay, we want to make sure that we have enough. Yeah. Okay. So again, I'm going to attempt to tie this. And while I'm tying this, just so you guys see, I use some of the Basic Beige cardstock. And again, I stamped those hearts and I did fussy cut them out. Of course, I did it in advance. That would have been painful for you guys to watch me fussy cut for every single card. That would have been bad. But anyway, and I stamped them this time in Wild Wheat and Calypso Coral. And have you guys ever noticed, depending on the base of the color that you're stamping on, whether it's, what I mean by that is whether you're using very vanilla, basic white, or a colored cardstock, how your colors do look a little different. Hey, Judy. Hello. Happy Sunday Crafternoon. Thanks for popping on. So anyway, we're going to trim this guy's little tails. You know, the other night, of course, I have nights where I just can't sleep. How many of you guys have TikTok? I was scrolling around on TikTok, and there must be some new fad, I'll call it, on TikTok right now, and that is people who are designing, what do I want to call them? water bottles, flasks, like Yetis, things like that, where they take and they use epoxy. It's very cool to watch. So I always wonder, are you guys as thrilled watching me stamp as I was last night watching this? And they have this little thing that spins. So the water bottle or whatever they're working on, it just is a constant slow spin. And then they add this epoxy down, and then they also work with, I think one of the inks is alcohol ink, and then whatever else as far as paints go. It was so cool, and the thing just turns and it looks like nothing at first, and they just are slapping paint on, and then depending on the technique that they use, and then they heat it with this, like kind of like our heat tool, but something a little different. Probably gets a little bit warmer than our normal heat tool. But they warm up this paint, and then it doesn't really drip off, but it expands, and they use like glow in the dark paints, and then they have little sprinkly things like little sprinkly hearts, or what else was she using? Stars on one of them, where she did a big red, white, and blue heart that she ended up made like a burst. It was so cool. And then the white paint ended up glowing in the dark. So she would show it when she was done with the product afterwards. And she used this ultra violet light to show how much the object that she was working on, the mugs or flasks or water bottles, whatever you want to call them, how much that they would glow in the dark. And then like the little sprinkly things, like the one that was red, white, and blue, she used stars that were glowing in the dark. It was the coolest. I was like, I could sit here for hours and just watch them do that. I don't know how I got on that tangent other than you guys watching me. But anyway, we're going to scatter these guys around on the card, and that is card number 4. So we did it pretty quick. All right, let me bring back all 4 of these guys. Whoops. So there's that one, this one, and that one. All right. Whew, we got through it, and I got to show you guys new products that will be out again on March 4th, on Tuesday, first thing in the morning. So if you're wanting to look at the online exclusives, you can narrow down the search on it. Just type in the top of the search in my online store to online exclusives. Again, here is the March host code. If you need assistance, though, just give me a call and I can help you with that. That's not a problem at all. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for next week yet. I'll have to keep you guys on your toes with that one. I was so organized all of January and February and March. I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing. But I will be here next Sunday, which is, I believe, the 9th of March, 1 o'clock Eastern, once again right here on my business page. And then the week after that, on the 16th, I will not be live. But that week prior, so let's see here, the 13th, 14th, and 15th, I'll be at Onstage for Stampin' Up!, like our big convention. And we'll be seeing new stuff, you guys, from the brand new annual catalog that will be out in May. So you'll want to go ahead and stalk my page and see what the new stuff is going to be. We'll have 5 new ink colors. That I know for sure. But everything else is kind of up for grabs and up in the air, and we just don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, that's what's coming up. And again, I have a couple more spots available for Creative Card Class on February 6th. I had to move it up a week because of me being in North Carolina. And then I have one opening yet for the product class, which is the Storybook Friends. And this class includes the DSP, the Designer Series paper, the embellishment, and the ribbon. And I cannot remember the cost exactly on this guy. I should have written that down so I had it, because I can't store everything in this little noggin. I know it's in the 40s. Anyway, well worth it. You'll be making the cards. You'll have a lot left over to duplicate all these fun things. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for being here. You're awesome. You're why I'm here. I love to share all this crazy obsession of paper, inks, and stamps with you guys. Have a great week, and I will see you next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time right here for Sunday Craft Afternoon with Dawn. See you later. Bye-bye.